Pixie's getting ads. What the hell? What the heck? Hello, Mobo. Hello, Pixie. Hello, Galaxy. Hello, hope you're doing well. Was this planned the same way my brother was planned? No. Oh, Pixie, thank you so much for the subscription. 9 months. Man, time flies. Lillian, hello. Welcome in. Can you hear me, by the way? I was like eating my microphone just now. Or maybe you can hear me too well. When am I sub run out? Probably during my brief exodus from this mortal coil. I don't think it runs out. I think you just have to renew it if you so desire, and then it will adjust the time. Microphones are not foods. Yeah, but you ever like talk in your microphone, you kind of just lean in like really close, and then like you just kind of like lay your face on it. I'm still waiting for my YouTube member benefit being a thing. I'm sorry. YouTube has been such a backseat concern for a few weeks, which is sad, but I want to get back to it. And also, like, I don't know, dude. It's so easy to make people feel like they're getting their money's worth on Twitch because you're getting ad-free and, like, emotes and shit. You'd ask for apology. I'm mostly apologizing to myself because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know? Like, I don't know how you're supposed to monetize YouTube. When I figure it out, you'll be the first to know. Technically, you can use emotes on YouTube and YouTube chat. Just do your thing. Yeah, but I don't want to waste anyone's time. Also, the alerts should be working. Have they been working? A hype train. Lillian is a founder now? Oh my god. Haven't you always been? Oh yeah, there's new alerts. Do you see the alerts? When one makes a founder, just like I think you're a certain select group of people who were like the first to be here and subscribe. I have a list, actually. You just need to subscribe early. Yeah, Twitch gives me a list of the people who first subscribed. You still have a membership through Prime? You know, I wish I wish I knew better, but Twitch is an interesting beast. Thank you everyone for the resubscriptions. I appreciate it. I know I was away for a little while, so your return is much appreciated. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside during a period of my life where it's very hard to feel warm and fuzzy. So today was met with some good news. And it has been very chill. So I figure we're just gonna do a pretty chill stream. I canceled my Prime because of Amazon, even though Twitch is a subsidiary of Amazon. Yeah. I mean, if you want to feel a little better about it, Twitch is actively making Amazon lose money. It was like one of the worst purchases they could have ever made. Have you considered just blanket in a space heater? I was napping earlier. Under a blanket. And then I woke up sweaty. Like I napped too long. Anyway, thank you everyone. Thank you for being here. That's hope you're all having a good week. Had a good Monday. Hope your Tuesday is relatively okay. Let's play some Pokemon Snap. I've been mildly sick. Oh, did you did you hear that? Can you hear me? What did I what did I do? Uh-oh. Canceling Prime also makes me spend less. I feel less impulse purchase when I don't have 1 day shipping. That's the noise you made? I did make that noise. I don't know, can you hear I apparently it's oh my god, hold on. I can't talk until I turn this off. Wait. Um something wrong is happening. Sorry, I'll respond to you in a second. No, you can hear me. I can just hear double because I have voice like monitoring on and I need to figure out how to turn it off because I forget. How, how the hell do you turn this off? I've been mildly sick and have feverish and have been waking up a gross sweat puddle the past 2 days. Oh no. Would you catch like the flu or something? I know that was going around a little bit before. Sorry, I'm just figuring out how to turn this off. Uh, I don't remember how. What was I doing that this needed to be on? Every stream is an experience. I'm sorry, I'm like so messed up at the second. What does anything sound different to you on the stream? In my voice? You sound like regular so okay. Apparently I have toggled some sort of setting at some point where I can hear myself through um my whatever. If you can't hear it, I'll just have to deal. I assume Coffee shared our DMs. What the hell? You think I just share everything with her? The answer is yes, but please select your appearance. How's the game audio? Gonna be the monitoring. Game audio sounds crispy. Thick fillet. Crispy is a nice thick fillet. Hello. It is the monitoring button, I just don't know how to turn it off. I forget. And if I sit here trying to figure it out, we'll never play the game. And as much as you probably all enjoy me yapping about dumb shit, I'll feel self-conscious. It could be a physical button on the audio interface. That's a good point. do I turn it off? Okay. Nope. How about now? Nope. Oh my god, I fixed it. We're good. We're safe. Alright, Pokemon time. Welcome to New Pokemon Snap. It's the game that comes after normal Pokemon Snap. I found this game on the cart at the library, and I said, yeah, sure. I'll play it. Echo? Is there an echo? Is there an echo? Oh, I shouldn't have turned that on. Is there an echo? Alright, I'm just going to play the game and you can tell me how things look. We're going to be... I don't think it really matters. You cannot change your appearance later. Pokemon not woke. Pokemon is not woke. I need Professor Oak to come out at least one time and be like, wonderful! Oh, wonderful! I want to eat so many Pokemon. Would you eat a Ditto that turned into a hamburger? Pokemon is woke because it has Sylveon? You might be right. You might be onto something. I'm glad you made it. I'm Professor Mirror. As with all professors post Professor Oak, I am hot, attractive, and in my 30s. Welcome to the Laboratory of Ecology and Natural Sciences, or LENS for short. I'm researching Pokemon in their natural environment here on Florio Island. Implying Oak isn't hot and attractive? No. Not to me. Oh, let me make sure I'm not, like, ignoring YouTube. Okay. Not yet. The professor's going to study every single island here in the Lentil region. The Lentil region. It is a region named after the bean. No one's ever done an ecological survey like this before. It's going to be amazing. Aren't you forgetting a certain explorer? No. You've read the stories of Captain Vince, haven't you? No. But even counting him, Professor, your survey is going to be the first of its kind in 100 years. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks. This is Rita. Her parents are good friends of mine. She's here on vacation while her school's on break. It's kind of like a, you know someone kind of thing. What do they call it? When you get in to a job because you know someone?
Jeez. Anyway. Yeah.
I can't remember.
Now.
You're thinking of nepotism, but that is... No, I'm not. I'm thinking of nepotism. How is that wrong? Allow me to explain. I see an Audino in the back just walking around. The Lentil region is absolutely teeming with Pokemon. Photographing those Pokemon helps us learn more about them and their ecosystem. Nepotism is specifically for nephews? Really?
By the way.
At night, you might even get to see glowing Pokemon. They're really pretty.
Right.
Now, without further ado, here's your research camera. I really like how the camera has a digital screen on the front, next to the lens. The person who designed this camera has no understanding of, like, how technology should function or ease of use. Oh, I'm, like, very sniffly today, which is kind of weird. It just started like storming really bad, like within the last hour.
What do you think?
State-of-the-art digital camera only holds 72 pictures a run. True. Just like, it's more pictures than the old Pokemon camera, isn't it? Is that your superpower? What, being sniffly?
Professor.
Also, hello, Duck Game. Welcome in.
Anyway.
Your sinuses are barometers? It could be. I might have like old person bones where when it starts to rain, my body reacts and I'm like, yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah.
Tutorials are based on default button layouts. Thank you.
Let's see.
Is the game audio okay?
Try getting a shot at that Pokemon. You can press the A button to take a photo.
I have to turn it up, I think, for me anyway. That is a male Vivillon of the Meadow pattern. You want to know how I know that? Because in Pokemon Go, something. I did boost it, though. I boosted it. I don't know what makes it better. How about now? Is this better? Why is this game so quiet? How much did you boost it? Like 16%.
Yes! Nice going!
That was a shitty picture.
Now why don't you try moving the camera to line up your
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Try moving the camera to line up
It's pretty loud. It's pretty loud from my end. Alright, now it's super... It should be really loud.
See that circle in the center of your viewfinder?
This is what Monster Hunter should have been? No one told me.
If you use the left stick to move the pointer around, the camera will move to follow it. Give it a try.
Wow, look at that. If you move your arms, your camera points places. Oh, I know what those are.
Right.
Any gamers out there from the Nintendo 64 era see those?
Motion controls to aim your camera too.
Remember those?
Oh, look! Here comes Pikachu! Try getting a shot at that Pikachu! First, move the pointer so it's lined up with Pikachu. Did you see that shape appear around Pikachu just now? Whatever that shape is around is the subject of your photo. Remember that. It'll be important when the professor's evaluating your photos. Try snapping a photo.
I'm gonna wait for him to do something cool. Or funny.
That's it! Great job! But since Pikachu's a little far away, it looks kind of small, huh?
Pikachu is small.
Times like this call for zooming in. To zoom in, just hold the ZL button.
They're actually like finding someone off the street and being like, here's the state-of-the-art camera. It holds 72 pictures. Also, have you ever used a camera before? No? Okay, you zoom in this way.
Try snapping a photo of Pikachu.
Do something interesting, Pikachu. You can't move. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought they were not letting you move while you're zoomed in, but it's just tutorialing me.
You want your subject's whole body smack dab in the middle of the frame, looking big. Looks like you've already gotten the hang of using your camera. You're doing great. Oh, right. You can adjust your camera and motion controls from the settings menu. You can also adjust them from the pause menu while you're out doing research.
Oh, I forgot to tweet that I'm like, oh, whatever.
Hey, Professor, you covered the basics.
I can't be bothered at this point.
Anyway, first of all,
I'm not a hater. Fine, I'll do it. I'll tweet right now. I borrowed new Pokemon Snap from the library. I am streaming it. Now, exclamation point, copy paste, twitch.tv/coughyybeans. And now over to Blue Sky. I borrowed new Pokemon Snap from the library. It is streaming now. Copy paste. Twitch.tv/coughyybeans. There. Alright. I did it. And just as normal, every time I post something on Twitter that has to do with streaming or whatever, a porn bot immediately follows. Pretty cool. Especially increase this week. We haven't had time. Yeah, well. I was talking to my boss a little bit. Sorry, I'm like reaching down. I was talking to my boss a little bit about it today. It's like usually there's like a little bit of a moment on Mondays where we can like laugh about something that happened, even if it's really horrible. But there was no laughing about what happened this weekend. It was more like, wow, this is actually heinous, severely fucked up. Fuck Donald Trump. If you're in my chat, by the way, and you think that I'm a Donald Trump supporter, you can eat shit. By the way. Maybe find a highway. Sorry. In Minecraft. It did feel good to say, though. Why is this so high definition? Because it's on the Nintendo Switch? I just got a text message? Nope. I didn't.
A new discovery.
A new discovery. Oh my god, I'm so loud. Sorry, I was just checking the... Because it's not a game made by Game Freak. That is actually the truest thing anyone's ever said. Game Freak did not touch this with their dirty little hands, so it actually looks like good quality. I thought Pokemon Snap was a Nintendo 64 game, but this isn't Pokemon Snap. This is new Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo Switch. Discover in Chinese what I've been really liking China's response to all things. There's a TikTok of this guy who keeps like... He's Chinese and he keeps being like, I don't understand... I don't know, he keeps saying things that are very funny to me, and I like it. That was my story. But yeah, this is the sequel to the Nintendo 64 game, which made me think I should probably play the Nintendo 64 game at some point. Because I've never beaten it. Because when you're a kid, you're kind of like stupid, right? Then they opened the bottom desk drawer one day and found an old dusty copy of Snap after the battery of the Switch died and thought maybe this could work on the Switch, and that's how we got the game. Alright, I know we're getting a little political. I'm sorry. I'm not that sorry. I live in the fucking country. How fucked up do you have to be to the three Pacific nations, Korea, China, and Japan, three of the greatest enemies for thousands of years, have joined forces because our president is so fucking stupid? Maybe it's a boon in disguise. Maybe it was the plan all along. American stupidity somehow got the three angriest nations at each other on Earth to finally join together and be like, actually, no. Never mind. Fuck that guy. Anyway. All the countries suck. The world would be better if I was its absolute ruler. For starters, Xenoblade games would come to PC at higher resolutions and 60 FPS with better texture packs. Let's go. Let's go. You have my vote. Elect this person right now. Although, maybe 120 frames per second would be better. Just a suggestion, Mr. or Miss President. I don't know if your presidency is one that listens to the people or not. I'm kind of unsure at the moment right now with the things that are going on. We're gonna play the game, I promise.
A new discovery. Nice work.
A new discovery. You got a bronze star because that Pokemon is sideways and not looking at you. Imagine trying to elect someone with good ideas in your two-party system. Impossible. Because one party actually just actively hates people who aren't white, straight, and weird. And then the other party just wags their finger at the others when they do something really horrendous and be like, that's not very nice. That's not very nice. Maybe you should rethink that. I don't think you should have done that. That was kind of mean of you. I want to be a cute fox girl before I die. You are checking off all the right boxes, my friend. You have my vote.
All right.
I know you said other stuff that's actually like real world important, which is also good, but I mean like that last point. Kino. Full space exploration. We just have to promise to ourselves that Elon's fucking stupid idea about terraforming Mars is just, no matter what period of time in history you're in, is just brain dead stupid. If you have the ability to terraform Mars, you have the ability to fix Earth. We can go hang out in Mars. We don't need to live there. We're switching cars for mechs because Armored Core is a cool franchise.
By the way,
True. Actually, I'd probably be much happier driving a mech than a car.
Here's the thing.
The Expanse. I didn't say I'm going to space. Also, they didn't terraform Mars. They built like a civilization on Mars that they could live in, but Mars is still like uninhabitable. You can't go outside. Really good show.
jeez.
I'm a big space slut. I'm a proclaimed space slut. Anything that has to do with space, I'm like pretty happy about. Which means Elon really had to be stupid enough to just be annoying for me to be like, I don't care about the things you're saying. Yeah, it's. So here's kind of something that's like really interesting to think about over the past few months as an American. Most of the shit you hear anyway is just American propaganda. It doesn't really reflect reality, even if it sounds like it does. That's a Dodrio! Let's go! Multiple Pokemon! We only have 69 pictures left? Yo! Look at these homies right here. Is it gay to hang out with your homies, guys? That's a Buffalant. Look at me. That was the worst picture I've ever taken. Maybe the best picture I've ever taken? I see something. Whoa! Sorry, I'm not doing the YouTube reaction thing. I'm actually like... That scared me. Look at me. Look at me. This is what happens when you play Pokemon Snap. Lots of things are happening around you, and you just kind of focus on one Pokemon for like 20 seconds, and you forget everything else that's happening. Sorry, I'll read chat in a minute. We're kind of in the middle of... You know, that I just took a picture of a flower. I think that Magikarp is dying. They all turned away at the last second. They knew I was taking a picture. A Pichu? Where the fuck is the Pichu? Oh, that was terrible. Pixie and I solidified our Japan plans over the weekend. It's real. It's happening. And by Pixie and I solidified our Japan plans, I mean Pixie graciously did most of the hard labor because I'm a little bitch and I just get overwhelmed and cry. That's a hoot hoot. I want to throw something at it to wake him up. You just do what you're told? I try to do more than what I'm told. Sometimes. I did hotel research. I did research some hotels. That's a good fucking picture. I did. I gave moral support last night while we were booking them. But I was kind of falling asleep, so I'm pretty sure it was like not that morally supportive. I forgot. What did you forget? Look at this beautiful field! I thought that was like a legendary Pokemon coming down from the heavens. Also, hello, hello, thank you for the daily tax. You see how I changed the little daily tax picture up there? You like that? You like little Chrono waving at you? I changed some of the, I guess we could just like... I changed some of the alerts. Hey, someone. Ask me to hydrate. Subnautica ended in failure? That's not fair. No, Lillian, good news. Subnautica did not end in failure. It ended while I was away on my break. Thank you for the posture check and the hydrate. I haven't changed the posture check. Subnautica did not end in failure. I'm treating it as a test run because you guys made it over... I think it was like 71% finished, and then I happened to not be here. So it's gonna happen. I believe that what happened is all of your channel points were refunded to you. Hello, Akanu. Thank you for the daily tax. Welcome in. All of the channel points you might have spent on Subnautica should be refunded, and we are going to play Subnautica in May. Also, if you look at Akanu's little badge right there, we have a subscriber badge now. I don't know if anyone's seen that before. That's actually been there for a little while, but I've also been gone for a little while. Sorry, I'm using you as a scapegoat real quick just to show off things that happened in the background that are exciting. Sorry, let me go back and read some stuff everyone was talking about. Aria the animation has some sequels about the future. Mars gets terraformed and they build Neo Venezia in there. And it follows the story of Akari and apprentice gondolier. Ooh. I should probably resize the alerts because they're a little small now though. There we go. Alright, we got some pictures to pick. Probably this one. I don't know. I'm picking this one. I don't think I got Subnautica points back. Twitch literally told me your community contributed 107,818 channel points. You can extend the challenge, otherwise you will need to refund all the channel points. So I have to refund the channel points? How the fuck do you do that? Let's see. Probably in viewer rewards. Alright. Everyone, All of your points should be returned. As of right now. Count them, count them, count them. I don't want you coming back to the bank afterwards and telling me you didn't get all the points. Thank you for the posture check, Pixie. I have not yet changed the posture check. How do you manage YouTube and being a librarian? Sorry, I missed your message a minute ago. How do you manage YouTube and being a librarian? I'm looking into becoming a librarian, but I'm worried about burnout in either YouTube, librarianship, or in general. That is a really good question. I think with any... Coffee burns out every other day. That's so true. With any job, if you're going to do work and content creation at the same time, you have to make sure that you set a schedule for you that's going to be achievable without burning yourself out. And I think there is some give and push in that regard, because it's kind of like a trial and error. You have to figure out what you want to do, or like, and how you're going to do it. And sometimes that means making mistakes. Oh, look at them. Oh, I love this picture, but it's not as good. I will say, however, being a librarian is not hard. And I'm not talking about the parts of what's happening out in the world or in America right now where being a librarian is putting you in active danger with certain groups of people. That part sucks real bad, but being a librarian is not hard. So there's a lot of time. But, you know, give it a go. The only way for you to know how you'll like it and how you want to do it is to give it a try. But yeah, I was doing 3 streams a week, and then over the last few weeks I kind of realized I need to pull back a little bit because I do want to focus some of my attention on YouTube and some of my attention on the people in my personal life. So I'm probably going to cut back a little bit, do like 2 streams a week, spend some time with people I like, and spend some time doing other stuff as well. That Pichu is actually diving. Not even looking the right way. I'm like a professional photographer. Oh yeah, the title of the stream today was going to be I took a photography class in college once, but you know. I forgot. And also it's not really showing. Wait a second. Look at that. Look at that. What's his name? Up at the bottom. The Bidoof. I kind of like that picture. No subject. But whatever. Alright. Tell me how good I did.
Alright. A new discovery.
I love every time a new Pokemon game comes out. Hey Vike, how's it going? Welcome back. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Every time a new Pokemon game comes out and the professor gives you a Pokedex and they're like, please complete the Pokedex, it's so empty, and then you look and like the first Pokemon you fight is a Caterpie, and you're like, I recorded this shit 30 years ago. What is Oakman doing? One star? Bro, that was the greatest picture ever created.
Nice work.
It's better. Look at this. This is like such a good picture. 1 star. Professor Mirror, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
A new discovery. Nice work. A new discovery. Nice work.
He's not even looking at the camera.
A new discovery. Nice work. A new discovery. Nice work. A new discovery.
Floored. Is this a new Pokemon? I've never even heard of it before. 3 stars, let's go. I mean, this is the greatest picture of a Magikarp ever taken.
Nice work.
2 stars. You're a new Pokemon? Yeah, recently discovered. To be awesome.
A new discovery.
I've never seen a Swanna in my life.
Timing.
Look at all these Pokemon in here.
A new discovery. Nice work.
1 star? It's a flock.
A new discovery. Nice work.
You think the Game Freak ever feels bad when these new Pokemon games come out that they didn't make that look like really pretty and they work really well? And then they make Scarlet and Violet. And they're like, oh no. Like, I saw Scarlet and Violet are getting a Nintendo Switch 2, like, Enhanced Edition. And I'm thinking about it and I'm like, that's not going to do shit. If it runs better, that's the least of its problems. Enhanced, yeah, because the Switch 2 is more powerful. So, like, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and stuff are getting enhanced editions where they look better and they run better and just like have better load times and stuff. So it'll be like the definitive way to play it because it'll be playing it like on a really powerful console. But like Scarlet and Violet, the problem isn't that it runs bad, which it does. It's ugly as shit. The game loop isn't very fun. The world design is terrible. I guess it'll be fine if it runs above 15 frames a second.
Nice work.
1081p, that's it.
A new discovery.
No. Didn't you see Metroid Prime 4 is going to go to 4K? Imagine it runs on 241p. And 240, yeah. 1 more pixel density.
How was it?
You'll really be able to see the lack of effort they put into that game.
Anyway.
I didn't even level up.
So.
I don't want to save shit. I guess this picture's really cool. X to doubt. 4K isn't a prime number. They said it would. 4K, 60 frames a second. And then, like 1080p, 120 frames a second. Look. I don't know. I'm not Nintendo. The Switch 2 looks really cool. I think it's going to be a really cool console. It's just, unfortunately, priced really poorly.
Now then.
Hey, so
Also.
Photo decks.
Anyway.
I can't wait to see Xenoblade 2 not look like hot ass in portable mode. I think if it's not an enhanced, if it's not specifically releasing an enhanced edition, it's still going to run on an emulator on the Switch 2. So it will probably run just as bad. Unfortunately. It'd be cool though. I've been saying this for a while. Because I was like the world's biggest Xenoblade 2 hater in 2017 that came to love it. Enemies to lovers genre. a definitive edition of Xenoblade 2 where they clean up the graphics and the performance and make the UI more like palatable and the maps more palatable. Actually, like 10 out of 10 game, even if you're not the kind of person who likes the story or characters. Monolith Soft was probably busy working on the enhanced editions of Zelda. They're cooking Xenoblade X2 right now. 2 is my favorite story, comment, and music of the series. Yeah, if 2 got a definitive edition, I think it would remove a lot of the unfortunate hate that it gets. But also, something I was thinking about over the weekend because I saw a tweet that was a little poignant. I think Xenoblade 2 unfortunately suffered from the Donkey made a video about it that got 8 million views effect, and 8 million people were like, "This game is ass." Have you heard Breath of the Wild 2 for Switch 2 is 70 and the DLC is 20? I did not have to check that out. Donkey has done irreparable damage to Xenoblade discourse? Sure has. He's funny but an asshole to JRPGs. Who is Donkey? He's a donkey. He's a guy on YouTube who does like video or does like video comedy essays about stuff, about games. And sometimes he has opinions that are, I don't know, it's weird because I don't necessarily hate the way he talks about games because ultimately a guy's opinion shouldn't really matter, and if it's funny then it's just like content and it's humorous. But he has such a gigantic following of people who like mindlessly lap up whatever the current YouTuber on the platform is like talking about. So like when he makes a video talking about how Xenoblade 2 is like anime gooner bait, that's a lot of people being like, yeah, it is. It is anime gooner bait. That game sucks ass. And it's like, well, no, it doesn't. You just watched a guy who doesn't like RPGs talk about an anime game. It's like, I don't know. Although I will say, he did spoil the ending to Xenoblade 3 in his Xenoblade 3 video, so if you haven't watched it and you haven't played Xenoblade 3, don't watch the video. But people got pissed for that. Anime gooner bait is meant to be negative? Not for everyone, but some people don't like anime. Some people don't like RPGs. He doesn't. I played on the Xenoblades and it makes me feel pain when they get stupid hate. Yeah. And 2 is unfortunately suffering from the fact that it has a different art style and a different design. 1 is very interesting because it falls in the realm of being released on the Wii. So the art style is very specific and like separated. Xenoblade 1 is not an anime gooner style game. It's like a more realistic JRPG. And then 2 kind of took that and swapped the art style and the vibes. So it was kind of just unfortunately like a sequel to a game people loved a lot that was in a style that a lot of people weren't used to. And then the discourse around it where people were like, "Have you seen the size of her tits?" And it's like, yeah, I thought we liked that. Men, ladies? We love women, don't we? We like, is it gay to like women? I thought we liked women. Why do you hate Pyra? Cool. You read the update notification. Like, I grew up playing JRPGs. You know how much stupid cringe shit I've seen in like 20 years of playing this shit? People like narrowing their focus on one game is just so asinine and myopic that it's incredible. But anyway. I'm an ally, by the way. I'm a Xenoblade 2 ally. I've turned a new leaf. I've changed. 2024 changed my opinion entirely. I always liked the story, but I couldn't get into the game. Everything's different now. I'm woke now. I played Disgaea 2 as a kid. I'm used to cringe shit. Me too! Oh, Disgaea 2 was so good. Pixie watched me play like 80 hours of Xenoblade 2. The only time that game pissed me off is when I was pulling for Cosmos.
All right. Excuse me. First. Then. By the way. Well, Professor!
Also,
Oh!
I couldn't watch that part. I just had to listen to do something else. Well, I wasn't really
agreed.
watching. You can actually get all the gacha plays in a matter of few hours if you know the strat. I clearly did not know the strat. I suffered for a few hours. I'm glad you folks... I don't think I could play Disgaea today. Am I peeking the mic? Sorry. I don't think I could play a Disgaea game today. It's just too much. Like, I'm remembering some of the end game stuff in Disgaea 2, and like some of the stuff you could do. And just thinking about it, as a 32-year-old, I'm like, that's a lot. That's really complicated.
All right.
There's a lot of stuff happening. Your space. What's the point of this? Is this game online? Disgaea 2 hits different. It's nostalgic. Disgaea 2 is really cool. Disgaea 2 is one of those like PlayStation 2 games that you play and like when you realize the depth of it, you're like, I didn't know games could get this deep.
Hey, hey. All right.
I guess we're just going back out and taking pictures of the same Pokemon.
Huh. Now,
What can I do? You can run a scan. I love Adele and Axel. Yeah, they were cool.
Hey,
so,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah? Running a scan is easy. All you gotta do is press the X button. Try it out. You saw that Pokemon's name pop up, right?
Yep.
And did you also notice that question mark? That's
Where? What question mark?
closer look at. First, move the... Did you see the pointer change shape? That's your cue to press and hold the X button to analyze whatever's there. Give it a try.
I wish I still had my PlayStation 2.
There! Now you should see the results. Come to think of it, I heard that a friend of a professor's came up with the name Neo1.
I don't know. Like, I do. I just don't know where it is.
When this icon pops up at the bottom of your screen,
What's this?
when you see that, try running a scan and taking a Oh, right. There's one more cool thing. Some Pokemon will react to this if it gets their attention. The professor calls it an accidental stage. Anyway,
This is complicated. This is getting complicated. I just want to take pictures.
Professor.
Thank you.
I had a friend who was super, like, got pretty much to the end of the post game in Disgaea 2. Like, the part of the game that takes you, like, hundreds of hours to get to. And I remember just being like, okay. I'll never see that part. Alright, before we continue, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. And I'm going to run ads so we can remove some of the pre-rolls. So take this. There will be no gameplay. Take this moment to get up and get some water. And I will be back in like a minute. Yeah, I stopped streaming because Finnegan's Awake broke me. Which is not untrue. I mean, the I stopped streaming because of it is untrue, but man, that book sucks. No, I returned it like 20 minutes after. Oh, I'm so sniffly. I had to change my shirt too. I wore a shirt that was way too warm for today. It's been like 40 degrees every day or colder Fahrenheit. So like I've still been wearing kind of like winterish gear or winter clothing, winter appropriate clothing.
First of all,
But today was 70. And I wore like a fleece sweater. And I definitely felt my body beginning to fail. 70 Fahrenheit, not Celsius. 70 Fahrenheit. 70 Fahrenheit's actually nice if you're wearing the right clothing. Do your best. I'm doing my best. Look at me. Good picture. This scanner sucks. Ain't nothing happening. I have to wait for that mole that's gonna show up. It's gonna fly in my face. Fly in my face. Got him. Look at this little guy. Who cares? Look at these berries on the ground. That's so weird. Okay. Cool. I got Pixie to get Xenoblade X with me. We just have to play it. I played like 20 minutes of it last night, and then my eyes were just so tired I couldn't. And I just kind of dozed off. We do? We can play tonight. We should do our Genshin dailies tonight. Sleepy beans. I've been so sleepy lately. That one turned out great. It's like not even there. I need to do leeway rep stuff so I can save my resin. Look at them! Anything else going on over here? Any island shenanigans? Just a Magikarp doing its thing. Look at me. Super Adventure Box is back in Guild Wars 2, apparently. Thought about it, and then I was like, You loved that? Yeah, I know. It doesn't sound very fun by yourself, though. I really wanted to, like, farm it and get, like, a lot of the cool stuff a couple years ago, but, like, there does become a point where it's just like not very fun and it's super grindy and you're just repeating it over and over. But I guess that's kind of what happens in MMOs. You know?
It's time.
Professor, I need the next item. I don't know which one's better. Oh, they're all terrible. It tells you at the bottom what star they are. How's it a 1 star? Bullshit.
Now that.
So, gonna try to stream at least one more time this week. I do have... It might be on Thursday or it might be earlier on Friday. It might be Friday and we might do Final Fantasy Friday again. Tomorrow I'm gonna take a break. Thursday I was thinking about, but Thursdays are really busy for me. So I might do a stream. I'm gonna try maybe to stream early on Friday. And by early I mean the exact same time I started today.
Nice work.
We'll do some Final Fantasy Friday.
Great planning.
Sound good?
Nice work.
Where's Mobo? I don't know. I drove him off.
Nice work.
I know, I said the words, and well, he's sick. He's sick. You know?
Nice work.
We're all kind of sick in a certain way, but...
Nice work.
I like this picture a lot, even though it's not that good.
Nice work. Nice work.
You got a 1-star picture of that fucking Magikarp. Is Genshin worth starting now? Yeah. I don't know why. I don't see why not. Yeah. So like if you treat Genshin just like an action RPG and you just kind of play through the story and like have fun, it's just a game. You know, if you don't let the gacha take control and like start to feel FOMO or whatever, all the important seasonal stories are expired is what I heard. Yes and no. But the problem with the seasonal stories is that you have to be there for like the 2 weeks that they're available. A lot of that stuff like enhances some of the backstory about characters, but it's not a part of the main plot. So like this past Chinese New Year, there was an event for one of their oldest characters who was in the spotlight, who hasn't really had like any sort of character development since they came out years ago. But they were the main character and it was a really nice story with them involved. And you can't play that right anymore because it was like specifically that seasonal event, but it has nothing to do with the plot. It's just like extra stuff surrounding in the game, if that makes sense.
Perfect timing.
But also, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't play Genshin for the story.
Alright.
I play it because it's fun and it's multiplayer. And it gives me and my girlfriend something to do together at night, like daily, if we want to. The thing with Genshin that I've been realizing the more I've been playing it and really getting into it lately is it's actually like a very easy game. So it's not really complicated.
Hello.
It's very easy to get into Genshin and it's very easy to just kind of play it and like fuck around. Cause like there's meta, sure, but I don't use the meta. You can kind of just mess around with whatever characters you want and have fun, depending on like what characters you like. And before it makes me sound like I'm shilling for Genshin, I'm not. It's still a gacha game. It's still a disgusting gacha company. But I'm having fun, and it's not ruined my life yet. Yet. My player just crashed. Too many research tabs open? Yeah. You're hurting Chrome. Not me playing Zenless right now. Zenless is fun. I think the problem people have had with the MiHoYo games is currently, like, some of my friends who are, like, raw dogging all three of them at the same time have told me that out of the three, Star Rail has the best story, but yeah, the power creep is so disgusting that it's just, like, not fun. Will! Welcome in! Hey! Thank you, and thank you for stopping by. Oh my god, look at this. Best viewers, that website you should totally click on. I'll probably ban them, though. Had to do bank stuff, sorry. Back now? You missed it. We're gonna do Final Fantasy Friday this Friday, probably. You can clap now. I hope you're doing well, Will. We're back. I think we're back for good. Sorry I only did one stream last week. It was kind of like a weird week, and I ended up, like, being like, I'm back, I want to stream more, but then, like, I just kind of had the exhaustion overwhelm me. But I'd really like to, like, be back, but we're kind of playing it by ear. I'm not gone, let's put it that way. I'm here, I'm going to try and stream a couple times every week. We're so back. I'm not interested in Genshin or Star Rail, but Zenless hasn't been able to buy the balls. I literally, like, downloaded Zenless because Miyabi looked like a character that's totally my design. Played like for 6 hours straight, got her, and then never turned the game on again. Not because I didn't have fun, but I kind of just like burnt myself out over that day. You'd like to be back, instead you're a baka. So true. That's kind of the motto of March. Just too baka to be alive.
Anyway.
Will, thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you. Oh yeah, you like my little guy now up there? You like him? There we go. There's Frog doing his little fist. Doing his little arm. We're not in March anymore? Yeah, but March was when the Ides of March hit me hard.
Here's the thing.
That is the ghost of a Caterpie. How many times did you get stabbed? A few. I had to renew and got through on back in December, I think. Can you believe that, like, we really kind of got, like, this awesome little community going? Just in, like, the latter half of December / January. And, like, we're already in April, still chilling. Isn't that fucking cool? I don't give a shit about the numbers that I'm looking up at the top of the screen right now. The fact that I got, like, 10 people here just chilling almost every stream, just talking and hanging out. That's so fucking cool. Coincidence? I think so. There's something just neat. I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting a little wishy-washy about it. But I think when you, like, take 3 weeks off or whatever, and then you come back and, like, all of the names that you think about and you see all the time are still there, it's like, it makes you really feel like you actually are doing something that is worthwhile. This has been a roller coaster of emotions. This stream. The first 30 minutes for me yelling "fuck Donald Trump," and now we're crying about how everyone's friends here. You missed them. I did. We talk about you guys all the time. I hope you know, Pixie and I. We'll like mention people in chat when we're just chilling. All bad things? No, only like half.
No.
I discovered your channel when I broke my rib from coughing and was stuck on the couch for 2 weeks going through enough time. Oh my god, the origin story. That's actually insane. Not that I wish you had, like, not that I wish that upon you, but like, if you'd never broken your rib, you wouldn't be here. Right? Not here. You'd be alive, but not here at this channel. Like, that's crazy. Just like how circumstances sometimes just show you things during certain times of your life. Are you becoming parasocial? No. No, none of you know who I am. I could be a creep in real life. But we're a small channel. We're like a small growing channel. But it's not just like me talking to myself. I'm talking to a group of people here who continue to show up and like have fun and interesting things to say. That's something I have to make sure I do better at too, is like not me being parasocial, but being protective of myself. I think when if anyone out there is like willing or wanting to start their own channel or YouTube or whatever, take this advice, please. Set boundaries. Don't compromise yourself because it seems like an interesting thing at the time, or like that you're like, oh yeah, I can just push a little bit. No. Set boundaries. It protects yourself, it protects your peace of mind, it protects the people in your life. Set and enforce boundaries, yes. Enforce them, that's super important, thank you. Because I had set boundaries, but I was not enforcing boundaries.
All right now, right?
Nilly Chili, thank you for the follow. A little Chrono. I'm gonna move him up here a little bit so he has a little bit of space up there. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Probably doesn't help if my YouTuber's name is first name, last name. Yeah. I think there's different, like, I mean, there's plenty of YouTubers out there who have their followed for good advice. Oh, thank you. I don't think I have very good advice, but I hope it helps someone. Sometimes I think about making, like, a video being like, this is how I got started, and, like, there'll definitely be people being like, you're small, you don't know what you're talking about, who cares? And it's like, wouldn't you rather hear about advice from people who are in the middle of, like, the really tough stuff instead of, like, a 10 million subscriber Andy on YouTube being like, yeah, don't start YouTube to make money. It's just a stupid idea. And it's like, you have 10 million subscribers. We are not in the same social strata. I want to hear about what someone who is in my position is going through and the things that they're working through and their lessons, because their lessons are the problems I'm currently facing. Anyway, welcome to Pokemon. Did they give me something else I could do? Like, did they give me an item I could use now? I'm sorry, I wasn't. I was like grandstanding. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, right.
We can go at night. You should repeat my good advice louder for credit. That's a normal white cis male thing to do. Yeah, don't you forget it. It's called flattery, actually. Score Bunny! Look at me.
Watch for differences.
Look at him. He's running, and he has little fire behind him. The Pokemon Scarlet would never. Game Freak doesn't even know how to give their Pokemon character. Bro, little bro, you should be asleep. Imitation is a sincerest form of flattery that fools have to offer in the lowest form of art. Yo! I think I hate Tangrowth. I think it might be one of the worst Pokemon ever created. I don't know if that's offending anyone. Why? Did you see him? Cat. Oh, oh, oh. That's a pincer. There is a Pokemon made out of garbage. That is also kind of weird. Excuse me? That was the ghost of a Pokemon. Hey, do you know what muck spells backwards? Anyone in chat? I don't know if you're like a Pokemon expert, but I don't know if you ever tried that. Did garbage art exist before trash cans or rubbish bags? I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. Cute little owl guy. Hoot hoot. I was looking your way just now. Yippee. No one answered that? Why not? Have you ever tried spelling Ekans backwards? Pretty cool. Do you think he's pissed off? I think there's a lot of Pokemon lore that is best not explored because people are weird. We had that discussion in Discord. You snort laughed at what? Did I say something incredibly funny as usual? Look at the score, bunny. We gotta get around. I don't know. Whatever's happening over here, I don't give a shit. Also, why are the bees awake at night?
Hey, do you copy? We just picked up a huge energy reading near you.
Yeah, I bet. I don't give a shit.
Professor's busy trying to the data. Let's ask him about it when you get back.
Did you know that human Pokemon marriage is canon? LOL. It's actually not so weird to buy the huge Gardevoir plushie and poke a hole in it. According to the Pokemon leaks, it's actually not weird at all. It's not cringe. It's actually really normal human behavior. And all of my followers disappeared. Can someone explain to me why this is a 1-star Pokemon? Poke a hole is a choice of euphemism? This is a PG stream for children. Alright, which one do you guys like more? This one, he looks angry. This one, definitely stuck. This one is like your dad taking a picture. I don't know, I kind of like this one. Picture 5? Chat has decided. Number 4? Oh, and I have to go. Wait, you want this one? Here's the problem with this one. While I believe in the rule of thirds being a beautiful artistic expression, I don't think Professor Mirror is going to believe the same thing. I think he's going to yell at me if it's not in the center. Number 5 is Goofy? Yeah, it's like your dad taking a picture on the cell phone. Hello. Well, he's wrong, but proceed. I'm not saying you're wrong, Pixie. You're right. You're the artist. I'm just saying, Professor Mirror, kind of stupid. I'm gonna pick this one. I don't care. Wait. Did I just fuck up? Oh, shit. I have to go pick them all again. No, I want this one. There's multiple Pokemon. There's only this one. Whatever. This one. This. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. Tangrowth is funny. That's what I was saying. Tangrowth is a weird little big thing. It's Scorbunny. I liked Scorbunny. That was my starter in Sword and Shield. Yet another bipedal Pokemon, though. Stop giving them 2 legs and 2 hands. When the Pokemon grow thumbs, it's all over. Sobble's really cool, too. What was the grass one for Sword and Shield? Grookey? The monkey? I just don't really like monkey Pokemon. This is probably a better picture, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nice work.
Resident Monkey Hater? No, I like Annihilate from Scarlet Violet. I liked Annihilate a lot. It was a really cool Pokemon.
Nice work.
I'm only partial Monkey Hater. East Falador Strangle.
A new discovery.
Thank you for the follow. Should I be concerned?
Nice work.
Glorp.
A new discovery. Nice work.
Who was there for the Falador massacre? Raise your hand. I was there. I saw my brothers die in the streets.
A new discovery. Nice work. Nice work.
So this game is kind of forcing you to take shitty pictures as well, because you need to get a picture in every star category to complete the Pokédex. There's no way that this is a 3-star picture with that many points. I clearly don't understand how this game grading system works.
Nice work.
That's a Pidgeot, by the way.
A new discovery.
One of the oldest Pokemon in existence.
A new discovery. Nice work.
Oh, you have different level ups for each time of day?
Huh.
Sorry I'm a little sniffly tonight. I was fine all day, and then I started stream and immediately became gross. Let's bring back memories. We should play Pokemon Snap. I believe it's on the Virtual Console.
Something incredible has happened. Here, take a look at this.
I think there was a point where like you could get into a special level where you're following Mew, but I never really understood how to complete it.
Here's the thing.
We got the 10K point Mew. I don't think I ever did. Entered a contest? Like a real life contest?
Also,
Get good? I don't have to be good. I have Pixie.
What?
all right.
Back to the lab again. Alright, let's check out my space. Wait, this isn't even my space. This is just my report card. He's better at most games than I am? That's just because I play more games than you. Because you're an adult who has a real life job. This is true? Okay, you didn't have to say that part. You didn't have to agree with that one. Le map? Show me a photo of a Pokemon to make a page for it. On that page, you can move your pointer over the Pokemon and press A to see its movements and hear its cry. I have friends that it is a competition. Both parties are very competitive. About what? Streamer is lacking context. Whoa! Maybe not. I'm not a very competitive person. I once teamed up with my friend's wife because I wasn't about to let him kill us in Magic the Gathering from squirrels. But I did. Oh, you're talking about someone else. Never mind. I wasn't there. Sag. I wasn't involved. It had nothing to do with me. Wait, I want to... How do I start? There's a different night but the same people? I'm starting to come to the realization that I don't think I'm buying the Final Fantasy Magic card set. I think unless YouTube picks up and Twitch picks up in a way that is absolutely insane, I don't think it's happening. And honestly, I'd rather buy a Switch 2 than buy Magic cards. And I would just buy the cards I like after the fact and put them in a binder.
Well,
Sold out in a lot of places. People love cardboard. Cardboard crack. One day, when I have money, I'm gonna buy so many cards for everything. I'm gonna buy Digimon cards, I'm gonna buy Pokemon cards. I'll even buy fucking Dragon Ball Z cards, I don't care.
That Meganium's the Illumina Pokemon. Quick, get his picture.
That Pokemon is huge. Quick, get his picture. What if I didn't? Look at me. Is there something around here that I should be like scanning? Don't worry, unlimited pictures. My Switch games you want, any Switch games you're wanting a remaster optimization for on the Switch too. Ooh. I think that the Xenoblade trilogy of games, I would like an enhanced edition of. I am very much looking forward to the Bravely Default remaster on Switch, because that was an extremely fun game on the 3DS. I am looking forward to the enhanced editions of the Zelda games. But I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not much of a remake person, unless it's a game that like was really precious to me when I was a kid. Oh, so I don't know, Will, if this is the type of game that you like. But you like New Vegas, so maybe. Have you heard about the Oblivion remaster rumors that have been coming out for the past few weeks? He's looking right at me. So today, I guess on the website of the developer, like literally just screenshots of Oblivion Remaster were leaked. Now, and I love Elder Scrolls Oblivion. It's one of my favorite Elder Scrolls games. I grew up playing it. I have very fond memories of like staying home from school sick and playing it. But I am super skeptical about that. Yeah, I'm super skeptical because part of Oblivion's charm is the way that everything in the game just doesn't work quite right. But when it interacts, it makes these like moments that are just so silly and interesting that it's so fun and memorable. Remastering that and trying to change how it works to quote unquote fix it, I feel like would be a huge problem. So while if there is a remastered Oblivion that comes out, I'm absolutely going to play it. But I'm kind of nervous that if they tinkered with it too much, it's going to take away a lot of the charm of what made that game so special. I took 42 pictures of this fucking Meganium. Can't use any of them either. Wait, these pictures were literally so bad. Meanwhile, I'll be using my normal Switch for the next 10 years. You can use my Switch. You can use my Switch, babe. You can use my new Switch, too. I like this one because it looks like he's happy.
Let's do this.
Yeah, the good thing about the Switch 2 right now is because the Switch 1 is it was a brand new console. So not having it would give you that FOMO of being like the brand new Nintendo console, right? Like literally like just completely new hardware, brand new games, a new experience. The Switch 2 is iterative. So like I think it's less FOMO inducing because the Switch 1 still will exist and still can like do a lot of the stuff. So unless you're a big like Mario Kart head and you really need the new Mario Kart, I think it's okay to wait.
A new discovery.
But also to answer your question a little bit more, Will, I think the cool part about Switch 2 that people haven't really thought about yet is that all of the games that have come out in the last several years finally being ported to it. Like, Cyberpunk ran like dog shit on the PS4, and to some extent doesn't run that well on the Steam Deck. But from all of the previews that people have been doing of it on the Switch 2, it runs better than both of those. That's really cool. That's a really exciting thing.
Great timing.
Like, imagine playing Cyberpunk on the plane, on your Switch. Isn't that so cool? Or like, fucking Elden Ring, bro. Elden Ring is coming to Switch too. Imagine playing Elden Ring on the plane.
Oh,
Any plane ride and to any location on the Earth would be short with Elden Ring. You cannot beat Elden Ring in the time it takes to travel anywhere on Earth. It's cool to see a Cyberpunk, but that's got to be designated PC Xbox game for me. That's fair. I think for me too, in some extent. Like, I have a 4080. I played through Cyberpunk and the DLC on my PC with like the max settings and stuff. But like, just the idea of being able to play like Elden Ring or Cyberpunk or whatever on the Switch, on like a plane or on like a bus, is just like really cool. Can you not do that in the Steam Deck? You can, but the Steam Deck is a pain in the ass to transport. I love my Steam Deck. I will never bring it on a plane with me again. It's way too big. Steam Deck is like a really nice console to use like in another part of your house or like in bed or on the bus. But I don't think it's a good like airport console. Hold on, my restream is not working. Let me just refresh the page real quick. It was not getting chat messages. Alright, there we go. I was so surprised that the built-in screen was 120 Hz, to be honest. I know! And they went back from an OLED panel to an LCD panel, but people said it looks better than the OLED. Like the new Steam Deck has an OLED. The Switch OLED has an OLED. The original Switch had an LCD, and it's like super washed out. Like, I really think Nintendo did a lot of, like, for the first time maybe ever, really put, like, some elbow grease into the specs of a console that they made. It's just, like, really, again, the really unfortunate part about the Switch 2 is the price is kind of heinous.
Rita. Also,
Alright, my restream chat has broken, so now I have to be super observant. On multiple chats at the same time.
Oh,
morning. Here's the thing.
Just let me take pictures. Look at that Eevee in the back, just chilling.
But
really? Jeez. But...
right?
Imagine if you said no. I don't want to join your team. Fuck you.
Excellent.
Also, that the Switch 2 can technically output to 4K. That's insane.
Yep.
All right. Huh?
Right.
I don't even do 4K on my PC, so I'm definitely not going to worry about that. But pretty cool stuff. Nintendo made bank on the Switch and want to try No Way. I know! Finally, it's about time. Also, Pokemon ZA looked better on Switch 2. I take back what I said. It does look better. I am pretty cautiously excited for Pokemon ZA. Pokemon ZA, Pokemon Pizza. Because it is not a mainline Pokemon game, and I think the mainline Pokemon games really box them into having to do very specific stuff that don't work out.
All right.
Thank you for the apple.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to replay Kirby in the Forgotten Land also. Oh yeah, that's coming out with like a new content too, right? On the Switch 2. I haven't played it still. I really want to. I remember when it came out, people were making jokes that it was like the Nier Automata of Kirby because it was post-apocalyptic.
Huh?
I'd really like to play that game. It looked super fun. I just never got to it.
So this is. Wow. All right.
Pokemon ZA looks very fun.
You can throw a fluff fruit by pressing the B button. Give it a try.
Oh, we call that an apple in the real world. This is my favorite part of Pokemon Snap. You throw the apples at Pokemon's heads and they get upset because you hit them in the head with an apple.
There. See? It came to get a bite. Who doesn't love a little snack?
I'm so sniffly, I'm sorry. I've never spent more than 3 hours on any one Pokemon game.
You can move the pointer around to aim your throw.
Oh, sorry, just hit the mic. It looks fun, and the Switch 2 version looks better. Honestly, the best we can hope for with Pokemon games nowadays, after Scarlet and Violet and stuff, is just like a game that looks good and runs well. Like two really important things that they did not do well last time. And maybe like tone down the scope a little. Not every game needs to be open world. We kind of like, I think we're kind of over that phase of gaming.
It's the same as aiming your camera.
If your game doesn't have to be open world, don't make it open world.
Just move the left stick to aim.
Yeah, I know how to throw apples. I grew up on this game. You can't spam them? That's stupid.
Practice throws.
I'm sorry, I'm so sniffly.
Aim a little bit higher. Some Pokemon might not be interested. Maybe they're more.
I'm trying to hit the Pikachu.
Alright, that should be enough practice. Don't forget what I told you.
Switch 2 is going to come out when I'm in Japan, though, so
Right?
we'll see.
Hello. Now then.
Oh?
Yep.
Are you guys familiar with FaceTime? It is a feature on most Apple iPhones. Can going to Japan to get that Japanese Switch for cheaper? I wish, but they're region locked.
By the way,
We thought about it, yeah. But I don't think you can. I won't be able to bring it home and play American games on it. There's quests in this game, and you see which Pokemon is scorching these fruits? No.
hello.
Pre-orders haven't even come out in North America, right? For the Switch 2, you still can't pre-order it? Wait, what is... Okay. Nope. Damn it. I heard something about early May for US pre-order. That's cutting it close. But I guess I can't really blame them with fucking tariff shit. You know? Eat the apples. Eat the apples. Eat the fucking apples. That guy looked like he was about to kill me. He's pissed. He's so mad. Anything in the water? What Pokemon could have charred these berries? Do you know? Chat, do you know what Pokemon charred these berries? I want to knock that fucking Pokemon off the tree. Look at the ducks! Rail shooter like unrevised for sure. Why am I reminded about House of the Dead by this? Have you ever played the original Pokemon Snap? Imagine if I knocked a bird out of the sky with that apple. Actually incredible. Wake up. Yeah, that was a pretty good photo, I will say so. Pretty good photo if I do say so myself. What if I just knock you off? Pissed off. Look at me. What the hell is that? Oh, it's the same Pokemon. We'll review that. Get ready for the critique. What do you mean? I took a class in college for this. I know exactly what I'm doing. Oh, this one has little flowers in its head. We had it on N64 going up. What a good game. What a good game.
Welcome back.
I don't think we got anything new. I don't know, I thought we did pretty good. I thought we did pretty good. Professor, if you tell me that my photos aren't good enough, we're gonna have a fight. We might have to fight.
Nice work.
The numbers go down like you're playing Family Feud. Steve Harvey's looking at me like I just said like the dumbest answer imaginable.
Nice work.
Name something. I can't even think of it. Pixie, you want to watch Family Feud one of these days? I think like it would be a very fun bonding moment. We might have to go back to the Richard Karn era. I think I like that one more than Steve Harvey.
Great timing. Great timing. Nice work.
Pretty bad.
Nice work.
This was a really good photo.
A new discovery. Nice work. Nice work.
I'm keeping that one, obviously.
Nice work.
He hated this picture, even though this first picture sucks.
Nice work. Nice work.
We need to figure out how to evolve the Magikarp. There's probably a way to do it.
Nice work.
You need a lot of experience to level up. How's the audio been, by the way? I know we're 2 hours in. Good time to talk about if the audio has been okay.
Oh,
Let's do a nighttime. Let's do the night. Audio's been fine? I'll believe you. Game music is soft. I turned it up so much. Next stream, I'm going to turn on and it's going to blast your ears. Just remember that. It's going to be like so loud. Eat the bunny. I mean, eat the apple. They're running. They're running from me. They're making little funny noises. Look at him eating that apple. Ugh. He's pissed. Nighttime kind of sucks. There's nothing happening, nothing different. Maybe I should have changed the research level? I'm trying to hit the hoot hoot. Perfect. Something's happening?
It's time.
I don't know. The nighttime course kind of sucked a little bit. Oh, it'd be so fun to play light games. I wonder if I could find one. I could probably set if I could find some light games. Did they make any for the Wii U? Or I guess for the Wii? Look at this. Look at this little bastard. I think we do need... some 1-stars. Like game guns on the... Yeah, like gun games on the Wii. Did they make any like really cool ones? I would definitely think about getting a couple if they were cheap. Hooking up the Wii U and doing some light gun game nights. Oh, sorry, I just smacked my microphone again. Resident Evil, Umbrella Chronicles, Dead Space, Extinction, House of Dead, Sin and Punishment, Star Successor? Ooh. What's your favorite ones? Whatever your favorite ones are, put them in the suggestion chat as I continue to compile suggestions from you.
Nice work. Nice work.
That'd be super fun. Yeah, I have a Wii remote over here, right here. And it's like still works. I just need to put some batteries in it.
Nice work.
And I think it's a Wii Remote Plus. I don't know if that matters. I would watch Resident Evil, but I also need to keep all the lights on. Well, no, it'll be a light rail shooter. And also, you're not there. You're not. You watched me play through all of Resident Evil 4.
A new discovery. Nice work.
Although Resident Evil 4 Remake wasn't very scary.
Nice work.
Sin and Punishment is my favorite, and it's made by Treasure, which is a great game developer. Have I ever seen? Ooh. Also, you want to know what funny thing I forgot to do today again? Because it doesn't work. Hi, Syl works now, by the way. Now she should be bouncing and talking. Incredible.
Nice work.
She was asleep.
Nice work. Great timing. Nice work. Perfect timing.
We almost have the Hoot Hoot all maxed out. Level 2 nighttime. Oh, that's probably why we couldn't do a higher level of it. Still came back just in time.
Turn around again! You gotta be ready! You can do it!
Wouldn't it be cool to have an Eevee? Wouldn't that be sick?
Well, look who it is. Todd.
Todd! From Pokemon Snap 1? It's Todd!
Now then.
It's him!
Hi. And so? Thank you.
Huh? Huh.
Whoa. Okay.
Don't you love it when like a character from 100 years ago comes back? Thank you for the hydrate. You just made me hydrate so you could see the animation, didn't you?
Hey!
Huh?
Back off, kid. Get your own mentor.
It's Mr. Pokemon Snap! And then this little shit. I'm Phil. Phil and Todd. My hair came out of the womb this way. It's all natural. No hair gel required. How about I send Phil with you instead? He's made a really good first impression by being insufferable.
Awesome!
However,
And,
Why are we so short?
now that you're all here, we can get started. Listen up, team. I'm going to give you a breakdown of the survey.
Do we get to go to a new zone yet?
Now then. Also,
This will be our first destination, the jungle. No, our first destination was the forest we were already in.
yep.
Wow.
come on.
Agreed. Anyway,
So what do you guys think? Do you think Pokemon Snap should make a return on stream? You think we should play some more of this? It's fun. It is fun. If you wanna, I might. It's like a super cozy game. And I think like lately we all need to play and do stuff that's like. Sometimes you just need to do something that's super cozy. It's cozy, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I think we will. I think we'll play some more. But I'm done for the night. Where's my end screen? Alright, gamers. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here. Remember to check out the YouTube if you haven't. There's a Discord as well. ! YouTube and ! Discord. See ya. See you guys. We're going to do Final Fantasy Friday on Friday. Final Fantasy X. I think we're going to do a Final Fantasy X stream on Friday. Be there if you're cool. If you're not cool, I guess you don't have to be there. But you should. I know I raid this person all the time, but they're playing Final Fantasy X. You know... Lainey's playing Final Fantasy X too, and I love Final Fantasy X too with all my heart. So please go say hi and enjoy peak game. Notice I didn't say peak story, just peak game. Alright gamers, I will see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your evening.